At Vision Quest Eye Care, we want to see what you see. For more than 25 years, we've offered eye exams for the whole family and care for a range of eye diseases and conditions. Pick out your glasses and sunglasses in our stunning new optical shop staffed with friendly faces. Visit us at our Greenwood and Fishers offices and schedule your visit at visionquesteyecare.com. That's visionquesteyecare.com. We want to see what you see.
Gallagher's Pub and Eatery, your go-to spot before, after, and during all Roncalli events. As a family-owned and operated establishment, we take pride in offering a warm, friendly atmosphere where you can savor delicious pizza, fresh salads, mouth-watering wings, and a wide selection of ice-cold beverages. With 25 smart TVs around the venue, you'll catch every moment of the action and never miss a sporting event. Whether you're gearing up for the big game or celebrating a win, Gallagher's is the place to be.
Providing comfort for families in their time of need is the main concern of the staff at Lauk-Veldoff Funeral Home. We are a small family-owned firm and take great pride in the personal service we offer and the family-like atmosphere at our facility. At Lauk-Veldoff, we only serve one family at a time, providing compassionate care and affordable options, truly part of your community. Lauk-Veldoff Funeral and Cremation Services. Call 317-636-6655.
At Peterman, we are raising the bar for home service.
We host classes nearly every working day,
with thousands of hours of training invested in our field professionals each year.
So you know when Peterman shows up, you're about to receive expert care.
Homeownership is already stressful enough.
So when it comes to peace of mind for your home,
trust Peterman to get it done.
And for a limited time, get a free furnace from us.
Visit PetermanHVAC.com for details and to schedule.
Signs, celebrating over 35 years in the sign industry since 1990. As the official sign supplier of the Indianapolis Indians, they bring unmatched expertise to every project. From eye-catching temporary signage for any event, to durable, permanent signs that leave a lasting impression. Visit them on Main Street in the heart of downtown Beech Grove. Business Art Designs, proud supporter of Roncalli Athletics.
Discover the Coin Index in Greenwood. Have you inherited a coin collection you aren't sure what to do with? Are you interested in investing in precious metals? Then the Coin Index is your ultimate destination for coins and precious metals. We buy, sell, and appraise. Located at 857 North Madison Avenue, just south of the Greenwood Park Mall. For expert service and top-notch selection, visit us at coinindex.com. The Coin Index, your trusted partner in coins and precious metals.
Building your vision from concept to creation. At Gemco Constructors, we're your one-stop partner in commercial construction, from mechanical, electrical, and plumbing systems to building automation and post-project service. We deliver projects on time, on budget, and built to last. Innovation, safety, and service. Proud supporter of the Roncalli Royals. Visit wearegemco.com today. Gemco, building your vision. Concept to creation.
A confident smile can change everything, and at Gorman and Bunch Orthodontics, they make that transformation fun, affordable, and easy. Whether it's braces or Invisalign, their expert team helps kids, teens, and adults feel proud of their smile every step of the way. With their convenient South Side location, Dr. Todd Hickman and his team have served our community for over 40 years. Gorman and Bunch Orthodontics, transforming smiles, transforming lives. Proud supporter of Roncalli and Roncalli Athletics.
At Greenwood Vision Care, your vision is our priority. Dr. Olivia Yankee, Roncalli alum class of 2009, and her team treats you like family with expert eye exams, stylish frames, and personalized care. No rush, no hassle, just friendly service and sharp vision. Isn't it time you saw clearly and felt confident? Call Greenwood Vision Care today at 317-653-5872 to schedule your appointment. Greenwood Vision Care, where eye care feels like home.
Welcome into the Indianapolis Fruit pregame show. Nathaniel Finch with you, and now joining us is the head coach of the Roncalli boys basketball team, Jamin Warnke, who, by the way, is my analyst for tomorrow. Looking forward to that with the girls' game. But first, the boys against Brebeuf. Coach, one of the big goals every year is winning conference. And, boy, this year, the last chance to do so. So before we talk about the implications of this game, your thoughts on the news that Brebeuf and Guerin are leaving the conference and what that means for Roncalli basketball?
Yeah, well, it stinks, to be honest. You know, we weren't in a conference for a very long time. I think 2016 was our first year in the conference. We've won it one time. It does give us something else to play for, another trophy to play for. I mean, we're going to, Chittard, Brebeuf, Guerin, those are going to be rivals whether they're in our conference or not. But it gave us, it was maybe just another step up now that the Circle City Conference has been formed. So it stinks that we're not going to have that opportunity to, win a conference or win another trophy. But all in all, it won't affect us as much. I do feel bad for, Mr. Bonich has put a ton of time and effort into us joining the conference that Brebeuf and Guerin are joining. That was led by us, and the fact that they, voted those guys in and us out is unfortunate. But I have a feeling Roncalli will be just fine.
Well, tonight, a chance to further your goal this year of winning conference. How big are these games now, especially that it's the last chance for a while? Yeah, it's really big. Like I said, Brebeuf was big when I played, and it wasn't a conference. Brebeuf is big now when they are a conference. We've played them in sectional before. So it's always, it's a natural rivalry. We set a goal at the beginning of the year to win conference, to win sectional. We're 1-0 in the conference right now. We're going to have our hands full tonight, but I like that we have a senior-led team on our home floor in order to, take that next step towards hopefully winning a conference championship. This is Jamin Warnke, the head coach of the Roncalli boys basketball team. We're going to talk more about this matchup here in a little bit, but how about the last time you guys took the floor, you beat Southport. What did you think of that game and that you've had a couple days to kind of digest it? Yeah, we played really well. 17 assists, 3 turnovers, shot the ball pretty well, got a lift from, different guys, 3 in double figures. We learned some things, about shot selection and how that whatever 7 or 8 point win could have been maybe 14 or 15 and seemed maybe a little easier rather than trying to hang on down the stretch. But Southport's a talented team, a physical team, and we came in and took care of business. Caleb Maurer blows past his career high with those 17 points. It feels like the last month or so, every game he's just continued to climb and climb and climb. What has led to that performance now as coming out party, and how excited are you to have an extra guy that can score for you?
Yeah, it's big time. I mean, he's a sophomore, so I think he was just kind of feeling his way through, making sure not to overstep on any seniors. Luckily, we have a great group of seniors, and then Will as a point guard who are constantly, pumping him up with confidence. Caleb's an unselfish player. He's a great cutter. And he's a good passer. So, he's been able to affect games without scoring, but we've seen him turn down some 3-point opportunities when he's one of our best shooters. So I think the coaching staff and the players have both been encouraging him to shoot more. And even in the other night, though, we praised him because there were 2 different possessions where he had quick open threes that he could have shot. He turned them down, and in one of them, about 25 seconds later, he got the same look again, and he was ready this time, and he jumped up and nailed it. So the fact that he's not going to take a bad shot, but the fact that he can really make shots, he's doing a great job finding his way.
Another guy that had a great game was Luke Feldman, those 4 triples in the first half. His efficiency from beyond the arc, but still, being a volume shooter, how does that kind of help your offense when you have Feldman as hot as he can be?
Yeah, I mean, it's big time, So when we have, Will being able to get in the paint, and we're able to surround him with shooters like Feldman, who's, now he's getting up there close to 50% again. He's mid-40s again from 3. Connor, like we said, Caleb, so that's just big. I think Coach once told you, trying to find that 3rd or 4th scorer. So anytime you can have 3 or 4 different options out there, it makes us hard to guard. We've been on the defensive side of that before, and it feels nice to be on the offensive side.
It's Jamin Wernke, the head coach of the Roncalli boys basketball team. Tonight you play Brebeuf, and this Braves team is not built like every other team you see. A lot of guards, a lot of shorter players. What do you think of this matchup with this year's Brebeuf team?
What's your word, Schreiber? Vultures. They get after us. Okay, so I know I say it every game. We got to take care of the basketball. Mm-hmm. Tonight, we absolutely have to take care of the basketball. That's the number one way they win games is by forcing turnovers. It's the number one way we can lose tonight is by giving them free buckets in transition. They are small, but they are scrappy. They fly around the court. They're going to double the post tonight. They're going to jump passing lanes. None of our passes are going to be a pass might seem easy to the elbow, but somebody's going to come flying from behind to come steal that. So, we have to see the whole floor. We can't ever assume anything's going to be easy. They play super hard. They're going to make it really, really hard on us tonight.
Every game we talk about Joe Taylor, and when he has that opposing talented big, he has his better games. Mm-hmm. Well, what do you do in a game like tonight when they're going to have a couple of smaller guys working on him?
Hopefully he gets really deep post position. If he's catching it at 10 feet and he's going to have to make a couple of dribbles, to get to his spot, it's going to be hard because, they're going to be bumping him and fouling him the way people always do. But then guys are going to be coming in, swooping in, trying to get the ball from him. So it's going to be about deep post position. It's going to be about catching it, seeing where you're at before you dribble. Where's the defense? Okay, who's coming? Can I make a shot or a pass fake, to try to take that defender away? So now I have a little bit more space, but he's got to know he's going to have an advantage tonight physically, but he's got to know that he's not going to get a ton of one-on-one opportunities. So it's going to have to be quick moves, but I also think he's done a great job the last 5 games in the offensive glass. Tonight's going to have to be another one of those nights for him.
Well, Coach, every game day you got to deal with me for about 10 minutes. Yeah. Tomorrow, you get to be with me for a couple of hours. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. What do you think about this game tomorrow?
Well, that's why I told you. I think I'm more nervous about tomorrow's radio call than I am this game. So I look forward to it. I'm super supportive and proud of our girls. Mm-hmm. They play the right way. They play super hard. You know Elliot Leffler is going to score, but they have lots of different options. Roscoe went off in the sectional championship. Thought Lydia played great last Friday night. So we are trying to have that same success that they are. We love, watching them play and love supporting them. So I'm happy to work with you tomorrow.
Thank you and good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
That's Jamin Wernke, the head coach of the Roncalli boys basketball team. The Indianapolis Fruit pregame show continues after this on the Roncalli Media Network.
Looking to make your brand stand out? Turn to Business Art Designs, celebrating over 35 years in the sign industry since 1990. As the official sign supplier of the Indianapolis Indians, they bring unmatched expertise to every project. From eye-catching temporary signage for any event, to durable, permanent signs that leave a lasting impression. Visit them on Main Street in the heart of downtown Beech Grove. Business Art Designs, proud supporter of Roncalli Athletics.
At Greenwood Vision Care, your vision is our priority. Dr. Olivia Yankee, Roncalli alum class of 2009, and her team treats you like family with expert eye exams, stylish frames, and personalized care. No rush, no hassle, just friendly service and sharp vision. Isn't it time you saw clearly and felt confident? Call Greenwood Vision Care today at 317-653-5872 to schedule your appointment. Greenwood Vision Care, where eye care feels like home.
When you need the job done right, trust Indiana Electrical Services, your IBEW 481 union contractor. Proud sponsor of Roncalli Athletics, we're here to handle all your electrical needs, big or small. Jeff Russell, class of 99, and David Moran, class of 94, are proud to serve the community they love. And of course, we're cheering on the Royals every step of the way. Indiana Electrical Services, powering your home, your business, and your school spirit.
It's
Harding-Poorman is a full-service printing and brand communications company. From creative services and strategy to print, signage, digital output, warehousing and fulfillment, mailing, e-commerce storefronts, and even mobile solutions. They are dedicating to helping their clients get the most out of their brand communication efforts with the quality they can see and results they can be sure of. Get the most out of your brand communications. Certified to be the best, Harding-Poorman.
It's time
for starting lineups. Brought to you by Indiana Electrical Services. First, your Roncalli Royals.
In the starting lineups for Jamin Warnke's squad, he's in his fourth year after succeeding the guy to my left, Michael Watts. I'm Nathaniel Finch. Your starting lineups for Coach Warnke, as they always are. Will Hegwood will be your junior point guard. Out there at the 2 guard will be Luke Feldman, the senior. Connor Kessler, another guard. He is also a senior. Your forward, Luke Baker. And the center will be Joe Taylor. As for Alan Glunt's squad, he leads the Braves in his 4th season. Brebeuf at 11-6. Roncalli at 12-5. And his starting lineups start with Chase Edmondson, one of the great guards on this squad. Your leading scorer is Austin Ford, out there with his younger brother, Chase Ford. Then you have Dylan Logan in double-figure scoring, and your big will be Malachi Lesnet, the senior 6'3" forward. Those are your starting lineups brought to you by Indiana Electrical Services. Let's take a look at your kids' abilities, keys to victory, 2 really evenly matched teams.
Yeah, you're right about that. If you look at the stats, almost exactly the same offensive and defensive averages. Keys to the game tonight for Roncalli. First of all, they're going to have to take care of the basketball. Historically, smaller, quick guards have given Roncalli problems, and Brebeuf has that. They got to get the ball in the paint again. I know I say it every game, but they got to get the ball in the paint, either with the drive or the pass into the post. And lastly, off of Coach Schreiber's scouting report, they want to impose their will a little bit. They're bigger and stronger, maybe not faster, but they're bigger than stronger in Brebeuf, so they want to impose their will on Brebeuf tonight, early and often.
Time for the Skip Cheeseman Dental Services tip-off. Joe Taylor will go against the tallest guy for Brebeuf. This is the thing for the Braves. They do not have a player taller than 6'4". They're going to come out here and be undersized in every single matchup, and that's going to be something, like you said, the Royals can take advantage of. And they'll try to right there, but something Coach Warnke talked about in the pregame interview, if Taylor doesn't have the ball and immediately look to shoot or pass or, fake, he's going to have stuff like that where 2 guards are going to be on him and ripping the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, they're doubling him right away, and that'll be interesting. He does a little bit better when there's a big guy guarding him. He doesn't really love those smaller guards. We'll see how that plays out tonight.
Last time, this will be a Circle City Conference matchup. Of course, announced last night that Brebeuf and Guerin Catholic will be leaving the conference, which means with just Chittard and Roncalli left, it will dissolve, and the Royals will be an independent. Certainly an interesting move, to say the least, Coach.
Interesting. We could talk more about that later. We thought that maybe that might include Roncalli. Principal Kevin Bonich did a bunch of the legwork. Brebeuf and Guerin definitely bore the fruits of his labor.
Layup successful, and the Royals get on the board first. Will Hegwood with a nice move in the post.
I wonder, Nathaniel, if I've missed a memo, like the biggest number on the court is 24. Like, guys, guys not wear 40 or 45 or 50 anymore?
Here's number 0. That's Chase Edmondson. So not only they're all in single digits, but you've got 3 sets of brothers. Coach, my job and yours tonight a little bit trickier than when you've got, the bigger, when you've got a number 40 out there and you've got some different names. We've got 2 Edmondsons, 2 Fords, 2 Washingtons, and a lot of single-digit numbers.
2 zeros out there. Heck, the Pacers have a 0 and a 00. Seems like the same number to me. I guess 3 and 33 aren't the same number, so I don't know why 0 and 00 can't be different numbers.
Luke Baker has the ball here for the Royals. About 2 minutes in on the Marion scoreboard. Here's Connor Kessler. He leads the Royals in scoring because he can do stuff like that.
I like early that he's going to the rim early. Play your offense outside in instead of inside out. Or excuse me, inside out rather than outside in.
Royals up with their 2 buckets to none, but the whistle blown for the first time today. It'll go against the aforementioned Kessler. Here's the inbound. Braves still looking for their first basket. Alan Glunt in his 4th season at the helm of the Braves. He did spend a year with Tri-West before taking this job, but Coach wants that means he's someone that you never directly competed against, but what's your impressions of this guy?
As a head coach, correct. He was a long time. He was a Brebeuf assistant for a while. He also did a stint at Wabash College. I've known Coach Gallant for a long time. Had a chance to speak to him on the phone today. We'll share some of those thoughts as the broadcast goes on.
Austin Ford gets Brebeuf. It goes awry, but the big man gets the big board. He can't get it to fall. That's Joe Taylor with the attempt. And now we'll see these talented guards in action. Will Hegwood gets his hand in the cookie jar. First triple for the Braves, and that rolls out. Kessler with an open look off the bounce, but he can't get it to fall. Rebound Royals. Back to Taylor. And Kessler with a finish. And 2 Braves on the ground.
See if we can get old CK going tonight after Connor had a little bit of a rough night Tuesday night against Southport, by his standards anyway.
Well, when these 2 teams played last season, CK had 19 points, so he has Brebeuf's number. Of course, that was a 6-point Braves win at the end of the season. Well, you mentioned it, Coach. It's maybe a good thing that this is not the final game of the regular season the way it was last year. It could set up for, if Roncalli wins, a sectional championship next week at Guerin. That'd be a nice way to close out the Circle City Conference.
That's right.
You get to keep the trophy. You don't have to give it to the next team.
I get set with you on that one, too. I'll be excited about that.
Here's the drive from Dylan Logan. He averages 11 points a game. You got 3 guys in double figures for Glunt's squad off the mark, Lesnett. Boy, this is a team coach in Brebeuf. All these small guards. Well, they thought they were going to have a big, and then plans kind of changed last second.
Yeah, they had a 6'11" kid with them first 2 years. Actually played with them all summer. And then he left for a prep school in Kansas.
Wow.
And so they had to adjust. Coach Gallant said today that they stayed pretty similar, but they just maybe made a couple tweaks to their offense without that big guy.
Hegwood fires from the corner and hits. Will Hegwood, his first triple in a few games.
He had time to set that up, all 10 toes facing the basket. Nice lift, 3-point made.
A nice start for the Royals, this 9-2 advantage. Halfway home on the Marion scoreboard, and it stays that way off the miss. Chase Ford misfires, but boy, him and his brother Austin Ford, 1 point separates the two as the two leading scorers on this squad. They are very good. Austin, the older brother, Chase, a year younger. It's a family affair under Alan Glunt.
Sophomore Caleb Maurer in for the Royals, having a great late January, early February. We'll see if he can continue that tonight.
Out of bounds, Kessler cannot corral it. By the way, those keys to victory that Coach gave you earlier, brought to you by Kids Abilities. No limits, only possibilities. Pediatric occupational speech and feeding therapy for children from birth to 21. Going beyond therapy, unlocking each child's full potential at kidsabilitiesindiana.com. Braves out of the turnover. Well, credit to Kessler for jumping the passing lane and trying to corral that one. How about Roncalli with only 3 turnovers the entire game against Southport on Tuesday? They won that one by 8. Here's the lay-in. And the Braves strike. Timeout called. It's a chance to tell you about Indiana Electrical Services, who bring us the starting lineups. Your IBEW 481 union contractor, handling all your electrical needs, big or small. Roncalli alums Jeff Russell and David Moran are proud to serve you. Indiana Electrical Services, powering your home, your business, and your school spirit. How about Coach wants the atmosphere here? There's a lot of people, certainly not to its full capacity of the ASV Gymnasium quite yet, but this might be the most attended boys game of the season so far.
Yeah, nice crowd as you start getting into January and February. On Friday nights, people know that there are basketball games, and CYO night here, so that brings a lot of youngsters out that may not normally come, and that means their parents are here too. So talking to Coach Glunt today, he was looking forward to this March-type atmosphere, a physical ball game, and something that he felt like his young team needed.
How about the March-type weather that we got today? It feels like we're hitting March Madness, and of course the madness continues tomorrow on the girls' side of things. Chasing a regional championship at Greencastle, that against Cathedral. We'll certainly dive more into that first. Connor Kessler fires. Oh, and the rebound attempt. I guess you give Luke Baker credit for a bucket.
That's right. I don't think he meant to tip that in. He was just trying to keep it alive. Goes in the basket.
And a miss on the other end. Roncalli keeps the advantage. By the way, tip-off brought to you every single game by Skip Cheeseman Dental Services. That's in Plainfield for all your dental needs. Smile with confidence. Call 317-839-2088 or visit online at cheesemandds.com.
2 really good starts for the Royals this week, Nathaniel. Southport on Tuesday. Couldn't ask much for a better start. Tonight here, a couple buckets for your leading scorer to try and get him going.
Well, he turns the ball over there. Caleb Maurer enters the game. We'll detail his contributions of late as we go. Brebeuf trying to find some offense. Only 2 baskets to their name. And by the way, Reagan Cheeseman ready to enter the game at the next dead ball. Him and Joe Taylor. This is Sherman. He'll stop and pop.
Nice strong take there by the sub, Cooper Sherman, the senior.
How about what Caleb Maurer's done, coming off a career-high 17-point performance. It just feels like he has gotten comfortable as a sophomore in a lineup full of seniors.
Yeah, he's been really good. Kind of gives them that 4th scorer if they need it, and he can guard a variety of positions. He's been really good here for the Royals of late.
Roncalli winners 4 of its last 5. The Braves have won 6 of 7, so these are 2 hot teams. They both play a really tough schedule, and when we say this is an evenly matched game, we mean it. It's not often I bring up those John Harrell predictions, but man, he thinks it's a 1-point game. I'd agree with him. This one could very well come down to a last-second shot. The JV game did. Brebeuf ended up winning that one. 90 seconds remaining in this opening quarter on the Marion scoreboard, and the Royals look to run some offense. Both these teams kind of run some similar offense, don't they?
They do. They're both kind of a continuity ball screen.
Ooh.
Kind of a continuity ball screen where they're running it over and over. The main difference is Roncalli will ball screen mainly with their bigs. Brebeuf will ball screen with anybody, so you have to be ready to either switch it, hedge, however Coach Warnke decides to guard it.
Roncalli looking for some offense after getting the favorable out-of-bounds tip call. Here's Will Hegwood. Cheeseman with a ball fake in the triple, but he can't get it to go. Rebound for Jaden Washington. Now he tries to go coast to coast. Look at that move for the junior guard. Second on the team in assists and steals, but that time he scores.
Cheeseman, I think, was surprised he was open there, kind of pass fake, dribbled, and then shot it. I'd rather see catch and shoot it or maybe get something else a little bit better.
What was once an 11-4 advantage, now we're within a bucket. Here's a triple. Maurer can't get it to go. But the rebound goes to the Royals. No, it doesn't. On the move with numbers, Chase Ford runs the break. And he walks with it. Had the chair pulled out from behind him.
You know, it's kind of a fickle thing, right? You feel like you have the ball 11-4, and man, you feel great, and then all of a sudden you come up empty a couple times, they score, and now you feel like 11-8. It's a ball game.
Only 3 turnovers on Tuesday against Southport. Turnovers not the issue here, just not able to find some buckets of late. Ball poked out of bounds. That will continue. This one is a turnover. The third now of the game for the Royals. I don't have one down for Brebeuf yet.
I don't either. I think they've got that travel there. They just kind of stumbled there.
Just had their first. And now they run some offense with 3 seconds left to end the quarter. That is heartbreaking. Jaden Washington brings us within a penny as we continue. The Marion scoreboard gives the Royals a 1-point advantage. Second quarter action after this on the Roncalli Media Network.
Score big for Roncalli every time you swipe with Indiana Members Credit Union. When you use your IMCU Royals debit card for everyday purchases, you're helping fund Roncalli High School athletics with every signature-based transaction. Get your Roncalli Royals debit card free with your free IMCU checking account. Stop by your Southside branch at 5047 Madison Avenue or any IMCU branch near you, or sign up online at imcu.com. Swipe, support, repeat. Go Royals!
When it comes to physical therapy, you have the freedom to choose your provider. At Indiana Physical Therapy, our experienced therapists will work with you to create a personalized treatment plan tailored to your needs. Whether you're recovering from injury, managing a chronic condition, or looking to improve your sports performance, we've got you covered. Take control of your health and schedule your appointment today at indianapt.com or call us at 317-449-2333.
Well, it's a 6-point run for the Braves. How'd they score that last bucket, Coach Watts?
Well, they got the ball out of bounds with about 4.5 seconds to go, and Jaden Washington just put his head down, got downhill, scored. They got the ball out here, and they're gonna score here. Maybe a 4-point play here.
Yeah, it does not get any better as Dylan Logan hits the triple and his landing zone is compromised. So a chance at a 4-point play. And all of a sudden, the 11-4 lead, now you're down 2 or 3 points. Early on second quarter on the Marion scoreboard. Logan's first bucket today. He's their top 3-point threat, and he shows you why.
Had the pleasure of coaching Dylan's uncle, David Logan, a North Central product at UIndy, all-time leading scorer, Division II Player of the Year. Good to see his brother Darian over there, Dylan's dad, and the Logan crew.
Taylor with some contact. They don't call it. Kessler, some tight defense here by the Braves. Every bit of what Coach Warnke expected.
After only having one, so you kind of see a correlation there. In that 11-4 run, you had 1 turnover. Now in this 10-0 run, you've had 3 turnovers. Yeah. And again, those small, quick guards just getting to the bucket. I've seen the movie before, right? I mean, it gives Roncalli trouble in the past of them keeping those quick, small players in front of them.
Connor Kessler with the contact. You could have given it to Joe Taylor, too. They both kind of bumped into Austin Ford. Such a talented player, really, both of these Fords. But Austin leads the team in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. Coming off a game against Covenant Christian, the Braves won by 20. He had 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists. That's not a bad stat line. But singing his praises, he misses the front end. The noise ratchets up at the ASV Gymnasium. Some Southside action for you, and Ford splits the pair.
Obviously, Royals really need a bucket here. Goes without saying, Mr. Obvious there, but a little bit 11-0 run here by the Braves.
Cheeseman dribbles. These guards for Brebeuf just so quick. You see, even with the ball screen, no space. Good. Taylor finds his way home, his first basket today.
When in doubt, throw it to the biggest guy on the floor and try and get a bucket there. Nice ball screen and roll. Nice find by Will Hegwood. A much-needed bucket there by Joe Taylor.
Back in a moment on the Roncalli Media Network.
Since 1947, Indianapolis Fruit has been delivering the freshest fruits, vegetables, and flowers to Midwestern retailers, bringing quality and trust to every produce aisle. With over 170 refrigerated trucks, a premium supply chain, and more than 3,000 SKUs, including organic, ethnic, artisan, and gourmet grab-and-go options. We provide a full-service experience from farm to market. Indianapolis Fruit. Produce a fresh experience.
The Joe Taylor basket stops an 11-point Brebeuf lead, and Coach Wantz, the layman, would think when you're 6'9" and you're going against a bunch of 6'2" and 3 guys, why don't you score like that every time?
Well, it's easier said than done sometimes with a double team. I think the key there was he didn't have to think about it. He caught it and scored right away. Didn't bring it down, didn't dribble it. Hopefully we can feed him some more tonight and exploit that advantage we have height-wise for the Royals.
The Marion scoreboard right now leads Brebeuf 15, Roncalli 13.
Oh, that's a foul. Flip of a coin there. I'm not. So Kessler got the steal and then looked like an open court foul there right in front of the official. He did not think so. And then he flipped a coin to decide that the ball stays with Brebeuf.
The Royals led 11-4. Then an 11-point Braves run gave them the lead. Now we're back and forth again. A conference game, just the second of the year. Oh, the second triple today from Dylan Logan. So talented from beyond the arc.
Nice little flare screen from them. He's just kind of in the middle on whether you want to, with a shooter, you want to chase that flare and go over it. But now Dylan can also drive it. So a little bit indecision on how they're going to guard that flare. Open for 3.
Speaking of open for 3, Luke Feldman misfires. Rebound, ball's loose. It'll go down as another turnover, the Royals' 5th. I'll tell you what, no love lost between these two foes. For now, conference opponents, but Coach, that really doesn't matter with this rivalry. Coach Wernke talked about even back when he was playing in the early 2000s. This was not a conference game, just as impactful though.
Yeah, big, a lot of these guys play each other in CYO in the summertime, AAU, they always seem to know each other, and we've always had great games. This used to be a boy-girl doubleheader the last middle of December, and was always a huge crowd over in the other gym. We moved it to the end of the year, which I like to have that last conference game, and then they've moved it up a couple weeks here this year. I would imagine they'll continue to play, even though they won't be in the same conference.
Here's Luke Feldman in the paint. He skies and hits. Feldman's first basket, he could certainly use a few more. Boy, he hit 4 triples in the first half against Southport. Finished with 15 in that contest. Of course, the Royal win, won by 8 points there. Brebeuf off a 20-point win, they add to their total here. The layup for Malachi Lesnit, and it's a 5-point Braves lead. 3.5 minutes gone by on the Marion scoreboard. Baker finds himself on an island, and he scores.
So that's what happens when they double team Joe and really help side in Joe. There's going to be people open. The subtle shot fake is good. If you want to go away from Joe, you pass fake it to him to get that guy sucked over there, and then you throw it to the other guy, or vice versa.
Logan scores. He shows his ability really at all 3 levels. This is a talented guard. 11 points a game, the junior.
Coach Warnke's going to have to figure out somebody to keep in front of these quick Brebeuf guards, or maybe think about going to some sort of zone.
Ball's loose and out of bounds. Logan with all 9 of his points in the second quarter. And I'll say there's been a few games this year where maybe the quicker guards have found a way to blow past the Royal defenders and get to the basket.
It's just hard. You can't help on what we call a straight line drive, right? You got to force them to the help, but sometimes they go right by you. Speaking of zone here, the Royals go 2-3 zone here.
That's when you got to master the Schreiber slide. Is that right?
That's right.
Here's the step back triple. Oh, Ford in and out. And then a foul on the rebound. Joe Taylor can draw contact like anybody. Antonio Harris picks up the harm. Royals down 5 on the Marion scoreboard. Marion University, a premier Catholic university committed to excellence in learning. Located just 10 minutes from downtown Indianapolis, Marion excels in teaching, research, and scholarly activities. Become a Knight. Join a community dedicated to greatness at marion.edu. Feldman has it. Tight defense here. Boy, and something, too, with this system, Coach. So many fast, quick, aggressive guards, but so many because they've got guys coming off the bench that can play just as well defensively as some of these starters.
Coach said, Gallant said they play 9 to 10 guys, and because these guards are small and quick, they do a great job of fighting over that ball screen. They're not just running into ball screens there. They're staying with Will Hegwood on those ball screens.
Dillon's open, and he can't get it to go. But we talk about it every game. Those are line drive shots. Dillon doesn't need too much arc, but this shot does, and it rolls out.
Braves haven't scored against the zone yet. The Royals want to score down here, though, because you don't want to fall behind double digits and still play in that zone, because Brebeuf, I don't think they'll hold it, but you really don't have to play against it.
How about a chance at a three-point play for number 3? Luke Feldman with a layup, plus the harm.
Royals had been playing a lot of single ball screens there. I was just kind of thinking, where are those plays that Coach Warnke has in his bag with those back screens? Called one up, dialed one up at the great time there. Back screen, chance for an and one opportunity here for Luke Feldman.
And back within a possession. Boy, is this going to be a good one. Feldman at 13 points a game. He is the three-point specialist, though he can't get the three-point play there. A little bit different. Boy, that one looked like it was out on a Brave. Instead, they'll say Taylor tapped it last. He got the rebound but couldn't score. Boy, if there was instant replay at this level, I think that one would have been overturned.
That's 3 that this same official just, I don't know, he's closer than we are, but he's pointed, my opinion, the wrong way 3 times. Joe Taylor was not even there on the baseline when that went out of bounds, and he gave it to Brebeuf.
Here comes Jaden Washington. It's a long 3, and Ford can't hit. A heroic effort to keep it in bounds, though. Cooper Sherman. And Washington, oh, that's in and out. An unfriendly rim. Royals will take it. 90 seconds left. Down by 3 on the Marion scoreboard. Ball's loose. It's a block, but a foul. And Mikey Dillon, who's only shot a handful of free throws, will head to the line.
So the Braves have not scored against the Royals zone, but Roncalli has got to make sure they get that first rebound. Long shots are long rebounds. Got to make sure you corral that and don't give up second chance opportunities.
Dillon hits the first.
Line drives it in.
He comes off a handful of three-point games, so he's not the prominent scorer, but off the bench he'll take it. He's just a guy that does a lot of things really well. He'll be good as a senior next year. Within a penny. Just over a minute left on the Marion scoreboard. That's not the case anymore, as Cooper Edmondson scores for the first time today.
Just a simple little ball screen. The two top Roncalli defenders need to communicate a little bit better. Can't leave the ball alone like that. Good look at. Why do left-handers always look smoother than everybody else? Smooth shot there by Edmondson.
You know, we keep talking about how deep this team is. Looking at this score sheet, so many guys have contributed offensively. 6 different scorers already. And that's void of your 2 of your top scorers, and Chase Edmondson, Chase Ford. Kessler's been quiet of late. He'll work his way inside, and the big man gets fouled. It's the 4th against the Braves. Likely won't see bonus shots, but should there be another foul in the next 30 seconds, it will. In the meantime, a pair for Joe Taylor, who shoots 72% from the stripe.
Connor Kessler with a good interior pass there. He gets deep in the lane. They help up. He's able to dump to Joe Taylor.
Touches every single part of the rim and drops in. Taylor, the all-conference center, offers in Division II. I'm sure his interest will skyrocket as we continue throughout this school year. He's a guy that's never going to give you the 30-point game, but he gives you a lot of 10 to 15-point games. 41 so far in his career. Royals get this one. How about the heroics there from Luke Baker jumping out of bounds?
Luke Baker's just such a glue guy. He doesn't do a lot on the stat sheet, but, man, if you know the game, you understand Luke Baker's value to this team.
Kessler, the final 30 seconds on the Marion scoreboard. Royals could tie it or at least pull within 1 with a good possession here. Cooper Edmondson face guards Will Hegwood. Here we go, 10 seconds. Ball nearly poked away. This leads to some numbers, and Baker does it himself. That's how we close out the first half. Boy, the 4/5 court shot almost went in. But after 2 quarters of play within 1, we told you this would be a good one, folks. That is certainly the case so far. We have reached the O'Reilly Branson halftime show. We'll break down what we just saw, a 1-point advantage for Brebeuf, and we'll preview the second half with Michael Wantz. I'm Nathaniel Finch and our entire student crew here on the Roncalli Media Network. Back in a moment.
Whether you're heading out of town or just need trusted care for your pets, look no further than the Kennel at Arbor Lane. With spacious indoor and outdoor accommodations, a caring staff, and a commitment to treating every dog like family, the Kennel at Arbor Lane is where pets feel right at home. From short stays to extended boarding, your 4-legged friends will be safe, happy, and loved. Give yourself peace of mind and your pets the care they deserve. The Kennel at Arbor Lane, a proud supporter of Roncalli Athletics. Visit thekennelattarborlane.com to learn more.
At Kids Abilities, we believe in one simple truth: no limits, only possibilities. Our dedicated team offers pediatric occupational, speech, and feeding therapy focused on sensory regulation, building intrinsic motivation, and making meaningful connections for children from birth to 21. We go beyond therapy. We support families, celebrate achievements, and unlock each child's fullest potential. Kids Abilities, where possibilities become realities. Visit kidsabilitiesindiana.com.
Marian University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
Since 1970, Piazza Produce has grown from a single truck operation into a trusted, family-owned produce partner, bringing exceptional quality and unmatched service to the food service industry. We deliver the ingredients chefs count on. With refrigerated GPS-tracked trucks covering more than 150 cities across the Midwest, Piazza Produce ensures your kitchen never runs out because service is everything. Piazza Produce, fresh from our family to yours. Visit piazzaproduce.com.
Family owned and operated since 1971, O'Reilly Branson Funeral Service and Crematory has been dedicated to serving families with the utmost dignity and compassion. The staff at O'Reilly Branson are experts in pre-planning, cremation, and at-need funeral arrangements, and have a long history of supporting your Roncalli Royals. Your wishes are honored to the finest detail, allowing you to celebrate the life and cherished memories of your loved ones. For more information, visit O'ReillyBranson.com. O'Reilly Branson, where our Catholic family serves your Catholic family.
Since 1988, McGee & Company Fine Jewelers has been Greenwood's trusted, family-owned jeweler, helping you celebrate life's most memorable moments. From bridal sales and insurance appraisals to custom designs and expert repairs, we're a full-service jewelry store. And if you don't see exactly what you're dreaming of, our award-winning designers will create it just for you. McGee & Company Fine Jewelers, built on service, dedicated to quality. Visit us at 880 U.S. Highway 31 North in Greenwood, just across from the Greenwood Park Mall, or online at mcgeejewelers.com.
Welcome to the O'Reilly Branson Halftime Show on the Roncalli Media Network. O'Reilly Branson Funeral Home, where our Catholic family serves your Catholic family.
We've hit the O'Reilly Branson Halftime Show. Thank you for joining us on the Roncalli Media Network. Michael Wantz to my left, and I'm Nathaniel Finch, and our entire student crew here, led by AJ Ablog and all of our great students here at the Roncalli Media Network. Let's talk about that first half. Boy, as exciting a basketball as we've seen all year. These are two really evenly matched teams, and it showed there. No team really pulled away more than a handful of points. It made for a fun contest so far.
Yeah, kind of a game of runs there. Roncalli starts off 11-4. Brebeuf goes on a big run, and then a nice job there. They were setting up that end of the quarter play that they run a lot, and the ball was kind of tipped away. Luke Baker does a nice job of just driving the ball hard and getting them a basket.
Looking at your point totals today, your halftime stats are brought to you tonight by Werner Financial. Leading the squad in scoring is Will Hegwood with 5 points, but similar to Brebeuf, no one player really took over. You've got 6 players who have scored. It's 5 from Will Hegwood, 4 from both Luke Feldman and Connor Kessler, and Luke Baker for that matter. 3 points Joe Taylor, 2 points from Mikey Dillon. The Royals did turn the ball over 6 or 7 times in that first half. That kind of caused issues for them at times. Meanwhile, the scoring numbers for Brebeuf. Dylan Logan leads the squad and the game with 9 points. Those all came in the second quarter. 4 points from Jaden Washington and Malachi Lesnett. A triple from Cooper Edmondson, 3 from Austin Ford, and 2 points from Cooper Sherman. Another all-around, well-rounded effort. I mean, these are just exactly what we built coming into it. 2 evenly matched squads.
Yeah, and very balanced scoring along both ways. You know, Logan with 9, but balanced scoring for both the Braves and the Royals. I really kind of thought that it would be a little bit higher scoring. The zone slowed Brebeuf down a little bit. Royals need to continue to take care of the ball and continue to get those paint touches either on the drive from the guards or on the pass into Joe Taylor or Luke Baker.
Family owned and operated since 1971, O'Reilly Branson Funeral Home is dedicated to serving families with the utmost dignity and compassion. Your wishes are honored to the finest detail, allowing you to celebrate the life and cherished memories of your loved ones. O'ReillyBranson.com. Back in a moment on the Roncalli Media Network.
Discover the coin index in Greenwood. Have you inherited a coin collection you aren't sure what to do with? Are you interested in investing in precious metals? Then the coin index is your ultimate destination for coins and precious metals. We buy, sell, and appraise. Located at 857 North Madison Avenue, just south of the Greenwood Park Mall. For expert service and top-notch selection, visit us at coinindex.com. The Coin Index, your trusted partner in coins and precious metals.
Building your vision from concept to creation. At Gemco Constructors, we're your one-stop partner in commercial construction, from mechanical, electrical, and plumbing systems to building automation and post-project service. We deliver projects on time, on budget, and built to last. Innovation, safety, and service. Proud supporter of the Roncalli Royals. Visit wearegemco.com today. Gemco, building your vision. Concept to creation.
At Greenwood Vision Care, your vision is our priority. Dr. Olivia Yankee, Roncalli alum class of 2009, and her team treats you like family with expert eye exams, stylish frames, and personalized care. No rush, no hassle, just friendly service and sharp vision. Isn't it time you saw clearly and felt confident? Call Greenwood Vision Care today at 317-653-5872 to schedule your appointment. Greenwood Vision Care, where eye care feels like home.
Harding Porman is a full-service printing and brand communications company. From creative services and strategy to print, signage, digital output, warehousing and fulfillment, mailing, e-commerce storefronts, and even mobile solutions. They are dedicating to helping their clients get the most out of their brand communication efforts with the quality they can see and results they can be sure of. Get the most out of your brand communications. Certified to be the best, Harding Porman.
When you need the job done right, trust Indiana Electrical Services, your IBEW 481 union contractor. Proud sponsor of Roncalli Athletics, we're here to handle all your electrical needs, big or small. Jeff Russell, class of 99, and David Moran, class of 94, are proud to serve the community they love. And of course, we're cheering on the Royals every step of the way. Indiana Electrical Services, powering your home, your business, and your school spirit.
It's time for the keys to victory. Brought to you by Kids Abilities. No limits, only possibilities.
And the great coach Michael Wantz gives you your keys to victory. They are as follows.
Well, I think the Royals need to guard their yard, meaning that we used to do a drill, and I know Coach Warnke still does it too, where you have 3 feet on each side of them, you put tape down there, and your offensive player has to stay out of that area. They can't drive right by you. You got to force them to the help. So the Royals need to guard their yard, keep their man in front of them. On the offensive end, they need to continue to take care of the ball. And I know it's simplistic, but you got to continue to make shots. Whoever makes more shots here and gets into their offense effectively is going to win this ball game. We've got a guaranteed 16 minutes of action. I wouldn't be shocked if we get another 4.
Should be a good one for you. Those keys to victory brought to you by Kids Abilities. No limits, only possibilities. Pediatric occupational speech and feeding therapy for children from birth to 21. Going beyond therapy, unlocking each child's full potential at kidsabilitiesindiana.com. Ready to get underway here in the second half. It's time for the Royal Roll Call. Though you can't make the game tonight, you can still cheer on the Royals with a shout out on the Roncalli Media Network. While you are away, we keep you connected, and at the same time, the Kennel at Arbor Lane gives you the peace of mind knowing your pets are safe and cared for. The Kennel at Arbor Lane, where pets feel at home And Royals fans, stay connected. Let us know you're watching. We will give you a shout out here in the second half of play. You can text Coach Wantz or myself, Nathaniel Finch. You can reach out on social media to either of us, or you can use the YouTube chat. Just let us know that you're watching. We'll give you that shout out. It's brought to you by the Kennel at Arbor Lane. Meanwhile, second half action underway. We're 30 seconds in on the Marion scoreboard. Brebeuf with that 1-point advantage. Here we go. Rejected at the cup. Ball's loose. It will be out on the Royals.
The Brebeuf player there went up for a shot and came down with it. That's at least a jump ball if Roncalli got his hand on it there. Interesting no call.
Well, the ball doesn't lie, and that means Dylan Logan turns it over. By my count, only the third turnover on the Braves so far today. Royals a chance to take the lead here. One that they held 11-4 early on. Then Brebeuf went on an 11-point run themselves. It's been back and forth since. Jump ball here. Possession arrow favors the Royals. How about the big matchup tomorrow at the Greencastle Fieldhouse? 4 o'clock is the tip. It is girls basketball action. Win or go home regional championship, the Royals and Cathedral. Boy, certainly no love lost between those two programs. And to meet at the regionals is cinema.
Looking forward to that. Heading over there, going to hit up Marvin's, get a garlic cheeseburger on the campus of DePaul University before, and looking forward. Never been to Greencastle's gym. I know it's really neat gym. So that's kind of your neck of the woods a little bit. Did Weibo play Greencastle?
Yeah, we've played out there a few times.
Yeah.
I've been to the gym a handful of times, and it's certainly one of the better ones in the state. I'm looking forward to it as well.
Coach Sims doing a great job with that group. Senior leadership with Roscoe Cerny, great talent there. Junior guard Elliot Leffler. Looking forward to that tomorrow. They've switched in the last few years from that 2-game regional to a 1-game regional, 2-game semi-state. So just 1 game tomorrow.
Out of bounds, great play by the Royals to force the turnover. I like it like that. You get more teams winning regional championships.
Yeah, yes, I agree. I've just always liked that Saturday of having 2 games in the morning and coming back at night.
Yeah.
But now you just move that back a week, and that's all good.
Well, the Lady Royals ranked number 1 in Class 3A. Certainly as good a chance to win state as anybody in the class. You can head on out to Greencastle, and if not, you can just listen to my voice. And the great Jamin Wernke will be sitting next to me tomorrow at Greencastle.
Nice. Hopefully reviewing a big conference win from tonight.
And then you got to run back downtown for a show tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, Nate Bargatze tickets my wife got for my birthday and kind of Valentine's Day. So looking forward to a big day tomorrow of basketball and some laughs at Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
The lead disappears. It's a nice triple there from Malachi Lesnit, and the timeout called will step aside as well on the Roncalli Media Network.
Score big for Roncalli every time you swipe with Indiana Members Credit Union. When you use your IMCU Royals debit card for everyday purchases, you're helping fund Roncalli High School athletics with every signature-based transaction. Get your Roncalli Royals debit card free with your free IMCU checking account. Stop by your Southside branch at 5047 Madison Avenue or any IMCU branch near you, or sign up online at imcu.com. Swipe, support, repeat. Go Royals!
Our student broadcasters, Angel and Charlie on the cameras. Alex back in the truck with our executive producer, AJ Ablog. With Michael Wantz to my left, I'm Nathaniel Finch, and the Royals down by 2 on the Marion scoreboard after that Lesnit triple. Roncalli tries to respond out of the timeout.
Little token full court pressure here for the Braves.
It's Connor Kessler, the top scorer for Roncalli, with a nice move in the paint. And we're all tied up on that Marion scoreboard. Kessler with just his 3rd basket tonight. When he's been aggressive, he's had success. You wonder, keep doing that, right? On the other end, it's a chance at a 3-point play.
You know, that's kind of a unique move there. The Brebeuf crowd wanted travel. You can pick up your pivot foot. It's not technically a travel until that pivot foot would come back down. So the old school folks think that it's when you lift your pivot foot. It's not. If that pivot foot ever comes back down, it's a travel. So a clean move there by Kessler.
Or if you play in the NBA, it can pick up and drop about 4 times before the whistle blows.
Yes.
2-point lead for Brebeuf. Chase Ford scores for the first time today. He's the team's co-leader in scoring. In fact, coming off a 25-point game, I think the Royals have defended him really well. Joe Taylor manhandles his way in the paint. Need more of that.
Sorry, Nathaniel. A small detail there that I like is when we struggle when we bounce it in there to Joe where those small guards are. He's bigger than him. Just throw it up like that. That was an air pass above Joe's shoulders where the Brebeuf guards can't get it. Just throw it up to him. We don't need a bounce pass into the post when he's got that size advantage.
And Coach Warnke said the least amount of bounces, the better for the big man with so many guards double-teaming him. Tie ball game here. Luke Baker tries to fix that. Great move in the interior, and it's out of bounds. Royals keep it. Marian University, just 10 minutes from downtown Indianapolis, a premier Catholic university committed to excellence in learning. Embracing the Franciscan and liberal arts traditions, Marian excels in teaching, research, and scholarly activities. Become a Knight. Join a community dedicated to greatness at marian.edu.
Both teams very well coached, very well scouted. They know each other's underneath out-of-bounds plays. Both coaches do a very nice job in that respect.
Kessler with a ball fake. He'll work his way in the paint. He'll go all the way up but miss. Rebound, though, with some space. Hegwood cannot get it to fall. Out of bounds, what will they say? It's Braves basketball. And you could tell the body language on Will Hegwood. He agrees. Somebody telling that to the student section right in front of him, though.
I actually think that was a good call. I'll give these Zebras their due when they deserve it.
Austin Ford, nothing but net, his first triple today. And the team's leading scorer at 12 points a game has now 6.
When guards that you struggle to keep in front of you are also going to be able to make some threes, that's just a tough combination.
Kessler fouled. Boy, since I asked him to be more aggressive, he certainly has. He's had about, 3 straight possessions with paint touches.
Yes.
This time he draws the contact. It'll be the first foul against Dylan Logan.
Boy, this has been everything we thought it would be, hasn't it, Nathaniel?
And then some. Halfway home in the third quarter. A 3-point game on the Marian scoreboard. Royals can tie it here. Connor Kessler can't. But the long rebound now into the paint. Here you go, big man. He got it. And now the chance to tie. Joe Taylor.
That's as strong and as aggressive a move as I've ever seen Joe Taylor make. And he went to his right shoulder to the left hand. Very strong, and he finished through contact. Chance here to tie it up with a free throw.
With the height and size advantage that he has, you would think that'd be the plan to continue. It's just wild, Coach. We talk about this every game. Taylor plays his best when he has a really good opposing big man. He kind of gets hidden in some of these matchups with smaller guards, but today he's done a good job imposing as well. How about the Royals' free throw shooting? They've only missed 1 today. 6 of 7 to this point. The kids at home go crazy. Tie ball game here in the third quarter. A good one. Conference foes won last time. There's a potential if both these teams win conference. I believe they're in the same regional. Is that right?
I believe so. With this only 1 game regional, that's hard to know. It might be semi-state before these teams would see each other.
Shot missed. Austin Ford can't get it to go. Taylor with a rebound. The Royals in sectional 28. Brebeuf in sectional 25. Roncalli heads to Greenwood in a month. About 3 weeks at this point. Just a handful of games left on the Royals schedule. They'll host Cecina on Tuesday. Then a big-time matchup with Guerin Catholic next Thursday. You and I on the call for that, and Crispus Attucks comes to the ASV Gymnasium to close things out the week following. Nice, easy little tapered-off schedule to close out this season. Heading into sectional play the first week of March. Off the window, it's Will Hegwood.
Good strong move there, puts it high off the glass, soft touch.
In the paint, Ford works, but Hegwood works harder. The team's top defending guard for sure is Will Hegwood, and he defends the ball carrier, the ball handler here in Ford. Kick out three, no good, and guess who? Hegwood on cue. 3 on 2. The cutting Feldman does what maybe he does best. 8 points for the senior guard.
How about Joe Taylor, the 6'7" center, catching the ball at half court and dropping the little dime for the finish for Luke Feldman.
Little Jokic action there. Taylor with just 1 assist a game. That's not as much his strength, but he shows there it could be. Roncalli on a run. 7 straight points by the Royals. On the drive, and he blocks it. Joe Taylor, say it with your chest. All Roncalli in the last couple of minutes. A volleyball line triple. That one's off the mark. Rebound for Ford. He'll work his way in the paint and score. Chase Ford, who comes off a 25-point performance against Covenant Christian. He scores just his second basket tonight.
Long shots equal long rebounds. Roncalli not able to come up with that first rebound. Give up a bucket there.
The cutting Taylor works his way masterfully in the paint, and he gets the ASV Gymnasium on its feet. And 1. 7 points this quarter and counting. 10 points to lead the game. Ask and you shall receive. Michael Wantz, we've talked about it all game. When you have the size advantage, go take advantage of it.
Luke Feldman drove the left baseline hard. Joe Taylor's guy helped, so Luke was double teamed. Great cut by Joe Taylor there. Nice finish with the toilet bowl finish around the rim and in.
Taylor from the stripe. He completes the three-point play, and now it's a 10-2 run for the Royals. Their best since it was 11-4 early on in the game. Step back 3 off the dribble. Chase Ford is crafty. He's smooth, and he scores there, the junior. 1 minute left. Third quarter, Marion scoreboard. Royals hold on to a 2-point advantage. Hegwood gets fouled. It'll go against Jaden Washington. Every bit as good of a game that we thought it would be, and we're still blessed with 9 more minutes.
At least. Royals need to take advantage here, being in the bonus with a minute to go in the quarter. Be strong with the ball, take the ball hard, get to the free throw line here as well. Hegwood is doing right now.
Hegwood just under 70% shooting from the line on the year. Royals as a team, they shoot really well from the stripe. You can't say the same about Brebeuf. And as he hits both of those, the Steph Curry type free throws. Roncalli now has only missed 1 free throw. 9 of 10 from the stripe. You gotta love that as a head coach. The rim this time stuffs Ford. The ASV Gymnasium doing its part. Here's Joe Taylor on the inside with 3 maroon jerseys. It doesn't matter. Another chance at a three-point play.
See what type of entry pass that was by Caleb Maurer? An air pass up high rather than a bounce pass down low. Good catch and finish. Joe Taylor's been outstanding. His teammates see it, and they're feeding him.
I know he's been doing it at a high level for a long time, but tonight just feels like a bit of a coming out party for Joe Taylor.
11 points this quarter.
4 of 5 at the line all game. Not bad. And now the Royals with his 7-point lead.
So they go small a little bit here to guard. If Roncalli gets the ball back in a dead ball, look for Coach Warnke to put. That should be Roncalli's ball.
That referee down there.
That might be I won't call a foul and I'll give it back to Brebeuf. But if Roncalli gets the ball back here on a dead ball, look for Joe Taylor to go back in to try and get him another bucket here at the end of the quarter.
25 seconds left. Austin Ford will do his best to make sure that doesn't happen. It's a 15-5 run. That one stops it. Dylan Logan in double figures, the first Brave to do so. Here we go, 6 seconds. Ball's loose, uh-oh. That's just what the doctor ordered for the Braves.
No.
And an and one. Austin Ford took a hard hit. He'll walk his way over to the foul stripe to bring this back within 1. Boy, the Royals led by 7 about 30 game seconds ago.
That's about the worst ending you can get there. Give up a 3 and then possible and 1 here basically at the buzzer off of a turnover.
The 7/8 court heave, unsuccessful. 1-point lead for the Royals as we hit the 4th quarter of play after this on the Roncalli Media Network.
When it comes to physical therapy, you have the freedom to choose your provider. At Indiana Physical Therapy, our experienced therapists will work with you to create a personalized treatment plan tailored to your needs. Whether you're recovering from injury, managing a chronic condition, or looking to improve your sports performance, we've got you covered. Take control of your health and schedule your appointment today at indianapt.com or call us at 317-449-2333.
Since 1947, Indianapolis Fruit has been delivering the freshest fruits, vegetables, and flowers to Midwestern retailers, bringing quality and trust to every produce aisle. With over 170 refrigerated trucks, a premium supply chain, and more than 3,000 SKUs, including organic, ethnic, artisan, and gourmet grab-and-go options. We provide a full-service experience from farm to market. Indianapolis Fruit. Produce a fresh experience.
How about our director tonight making his debut in the big chair? Alex Hazard back in the truck with our executive producer, AJ Ablog, our 2 student camera operators, Angel and Charlie as well. With Michael Wantz, I'm Nathaniel Finch. At least 8 more minutes of high-quality back-and-forth ball for you on the south side. Right now a 1-point lead for the Royals, but a whistle right off the bat. It's Will Hegwood's first foul. Offenses erupted in that 3rd quarter. It was all Royals for the most part, and in the last 30 seconds or so, 6 straight points from the Braves. Ball to the far corner. Ford tries to keep the run going. Luke Baker has other thoughts. And now he'll handle the basketball. Roncalli trying to build on this penny lead. Kessler double teamed. Baker thought about the three. He's only made one all year. It's not his game. Edmondson tries to stick with Kessler. Here's the triple. Oh, in and out. Another board for Baker. And now the cutting Feldman is blocked. How about the defense from Chase Edmondson? Washington kicks out Edmondson there. Scores his first basket of the game. He's had a nice few seconds.
A change of momentum there in the last minute and a half of game time there. Just a rough finish to that third quarter for the Royals. And not a great start here. They're just showing, Brebeuf is showing so much attention to Joe Taylor. It's hard for them to get him the ball. I'd like to see a little more subtle pass fakes where maybe you fake that skip to get that defender out of there. Then you can dump it into Joe Taylor.
Well, it sounds like Jamin Wernke was an assistant with you for 15 years, because that's exactly what he said pregame. Connor Kessler to the line twice. Haven't seen that yet today. He's done a good job all season drawing contact. This will be his first trip to the charity stripe, where he shoots nearly 75%. 10 of 11 from the foul stripe, by the way. Roncalli is a team. That's typically when the announcer's jinx is enacted, and, well, never fails. Kessler splits the pair. He has 7 points. And now he'll play defense on Jaden Washington, who brought the ball up. 2 minutes gone by. Fourth quarter action on the Marion scoreboard. Here's another three ball. Edmondson with an awkward shot. Can't get it to go, but the rebound for Ford and a foul.
Weak side rebound there. You know, they say 70 whatever percent. Don't believe all the figures, right? 70% of shots are going to end up on the opposite side. That one went right there. Will Hegwood, normally pretty dependable, missed a block out there. Got to get that first rebound. Got to keep guys in front of you and get that first rebound.
Quick inbounds. Brebeuf trying to add on to its 1 point lead. Alan Glunt, the head man, 58 wins in his 4-year tenure. Him and Jamin Wernke hired at the same time. But this, of course, will no longer be a conference game after this year. More on that in a second. First, it's Chase Ford. Roncalli playing good defense. Here's a triple. Logan off the mark. Rebound Hegwood. Brebeuf and Guerin Catholic leaving for the Hoosier Heritage Conference. Boy, it looked like for a while it could have been Roncalli joining that conference. Instead, the Royals will be independent for the time being, which is no new thing. You, right, majority of your tenure, coached an independent squad.
Correct.
Brebeuf. No, they'll say Roncalli keeps it.
Yeah, the first 40 years of the school's existence played independent. You know, conferences are driven by football scheduling. It is another chance to get your kids some recognition and a chance to win a championship. You'd like to be in a conference, but you'd also like to be in the right fit. I don't think you want to be in a conference just to be in a conference. It has to be the right fit.
It is a bit of an awkward-looking conference, that Hoosier Heritage that these Braves will join, where you'll travel out to Greenfield Central and Mount Vernon, but also up to Penn Heights, out to New Pal and Yorktown, and then on the opposite side of the county over to Lebanon. It is a weird-looking conference, but aren't they all these days? Everybody moving conferences and realigning things like it's college football.
It's so volatile, too. You never know. Something could come up next week. You just never know.
Chase Ford with the left-handed layup. Ford with 9 points. Well, hardly the 25 that he scored against Covenant Christian on Tuesday, but a nice performance nonetheless. Ball's loose. Brebeuf possession. Something Jamin Wernke said pregame. He says, I know I tell you every game, but this time I mean it. No turnovers, and today they're nearing double figures. And that's why he calls a timeout. Back in a moment on the Roncalli Media Network.
Gallagher's Pub and Eatery, your go-to spot before, after, and during all Roncalli events. As a family-owned and operated establishment, we take pride in offering a warm, friendly atmosphere where you can savor delicious pizza, fresh salads, mouth-watering wings, and a wide selection of ice-cold beverages. With 25 smart TVs around the venue, you'll catch every moment of the action and never miss a sporting event. Whether you're gearing up for the big game or celebrating a win, Gallagher's is the place to be.
Since 1970, Piazza Produce has grown from a single truck operation into a trusted, family-owned produce partner, bringing exceptional quality and unmatched service to the food service industry. We deliver the ingredients chefs count on. With refrigerated GPS-tracked trucks covering more than 150 cities across the Midwest, Piazza Produce ensures your kitchen never runs out because service is everything. Piazza Produce, fresh from our family to yours. Visit piazzaproduce.com.
Halfway home, fourth quarter on the Marion scoreboard. A good one for you here from the south side. Marion University scoreboard shows the three-point advantage for the offense. Here they go. It's a turnover. Running the break, a 3-on-2, and Will Hegwood thinks better of it. He'll try to tie it up here. Good thing the Royals are at home. They would hear from the student section if not. The starting five on the floor for the Royals. Oh, nearly turning it over in the backcourt. The Braves a little miscommunication. Now Austin Ford with the pull up off the dribble. Ball's loose, and it's a Brave rebound. Boy, Jamin Wernke has to be beside himself. Chase Ford in double figures.
I know it's easier, you know, it's not as easy as it looks, but just the Royals want to win this game. They just have to come up with those original rebounds. Was that the shooter that got the rebound there?
Yeah, over two white jerseys, too. Now down 5. Connor Kessler tries to fix that.
Good, strong, aggressive move. Got the ball off the glass there from the baseline. Cuts it to 3.
Here's the drive. 2 feet in the paint for Austin Ford. He misses but gets his own rebound and a foul. And to your point, there's more white jerseys in the paint than maroon, and it's still an offensive rebound there for the Braves.
And if you look at the Brebeuf team, it's a team that their size and quickness, maybe you expect to struggle to keep them in front. Maybe you expect to have a few more turnovers than normal. It's not a game that you expect to give up so many offensive rebounds.
Edmondson, no. Feldman, yes. Now on the move. 2-on-1. The bounce pass, but they'll call a foul first, and probably a good thing because Baker couldn't corral it. Royals the chance to tie it or at least bring it within a point. Here's Kessler. Sees a double team. He doesn't care. Oh, Feldman's open if they want him. Hegwood on the drive. And the cutting Feldman can't get it to go, and it'll be Braves basketball.
Talked about Luke Feldman's cutting before, just a really great cut there, not able to finish the play, and then he's standing out of bounds, and they tip the ball to him, so ball's going to come back here the other way with the Braves. Now, the one thing here, Roncalli, the Braves, and I don't mean this in a bad, they will continue to shoot. They're not a team that's going to really try and just spread you out and milk this clock, so they could shoot themselves out of it if you get that first rebound and head the other way with it.
On the drive, 2 white jerseys reject it. Braves keep possession. 2 minutes left here in this one on that Marion scoreboard. A 3-point game. We knew it was going to be close. Here we go. Royals get it off the turnover. Caleb Maurer enters. The Royals could use his spark.
Need to take advantage here.
Maurer in to give you maybe a little bit more offense than what Luke Baker would provide.
Looks like it might be, certainly Luke can certainly play offense. Caleb can certainly play defense. However, it looks like it might be an offense for defense here between Baker and Maurer the rest of the way.
Kessler's been your guy all season. What can he do here? Beautiful turnaround, and he can't get it to go. The bank is closed on a Friday night. And now coast to coast, he has to kick it out. Extra pass with time on your side. 90 seconds left on that Marion scoreboard.
Coach Gaunt here making a call, which I think is going to be something where they just kind of want to lift their offense a little bit. Try and run some time off this clock.
That's the 4th foul on Roncalli. Hegwood second. It means any more, and the Royals are over the limit, which they might need at this stage of the game. Well, it's about this part in the game, maybe down another couple points, but when the Royals went to fouls against Cardinal Ritter last week, fought all the way back, tied it up with just 3 seconds left, and unfortunately the half-court heave ended their day there. But when going to fouls, the Royals have proved that they can manage, and we'll see right here. Hegwood picks up his 3rd.
So if the FAR official looks familiar at all in a striped shirt, you'll see him every home game at Assembly Hall doing the scorebook for the Hoosiers. Yeah, David Pilar does a nice job. Likes the stripes, wears it on the bench for the Hoosiers too, a Bloomington native.
Chase Ford hits the first of 2. As a team, only 64% on the season from the stripe. That's lower than you'd like as a coach. But Ford is one of the team's better shooters. He can get it done from the stripe.
Certainly not panic time for the Royals yet. Sometimes kids think that you're down 4 or 5, that you have to shoot a 3. Absolutely not. Go get a quick 2 and just score.
Well, that'll help. He splits the pair. Royals down 4 with a minute left on this Marion scoreboard. You do need a sense of urgency, though. Here it is. Kessler, he'll drive and kick, and the big man for 3. Oh, he could have used that. On the other end, It's a miss, but a foul.
What? Oh, my God.
You just give him a...
I wasn't even sure it was a foul at all, and now David Pilar's going to call an intentional, maybe a flagrant foul because he hit him in the head?
That is huge. That sends Austin Ford to the line twice by himself.
I don't think I've ever seen that where a guy is making a legitimate play on the ball. And I've never seen that before. Seemed nothing egregious at all by Caleb. Maybe that's just the fact that he hit him in the head. Maybe that's some obscure rule that I do not know about.
Ford hits them both, and now possession for the Braves. That's a huge call at this stage of the game.
I don't know if the old ball coach would have been as calm as Coach Wernke is about that one. So doing a nice job showing composure and continue to coach his team.
Down 6, and you're playing defense. Timeout called by Alan Glunt. Will step aside as well. The final 49 seconds after this on the Roncalli Media Network.
At Kids Abilities, we believe in one simple truth: no limits, only possibilities. Our dedicated team offers pediatric occupational, speech, and feeding therapy focused on sensory regulation, building intrinsic motivation, and making meaningful connections for children from birth to 21. We go beyond therapy. We support families, celebrate achievements, and unlock each child's fullest potential. Kids Abilities, where possibilities become realities. Visit kidsabilitiesindiana.com.
Marian University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
49 seconds left on the Marian scoreboard. Here it is, Brebeuf with the ball and a 6-point advantage. After that flagrant foul we just saw called, that the guy to my left might not agree with, and here's another one. To the line twice on the foul by Luke Baker. With Michael Wantz, I'm Nathaniel Finch. It's time for the Royal Roll Call. This brought to you as always by the Kennel at Arbor Lane. Though you can't make the game tonight, you can still cheer on the Royals with a shout out on the Roncalli Media Network. While you're away, we keep you connected, and at the same time, the Kennel at Arbor Lane gives you the peace of mind knowing your pets are safe and cared for. The Kennel at Arbor Lane, where pets feel at home, and Royals fans stay connected. Your shout out tonight goes to the Ablog family. Kanan watching at home with little Aria, April as well. We thank the Ablogs for letting us borrow AJ for the night back in the truck, our executive producer. The Ablog family with your shout out is brought to you as always by the Kennel at Arbor Lane.
Go to bed, Kane. It's past your bedtime, Kane. I'd like to say hello to my lovely mother, Sue Wantz, in Union City, Indiana, listening as well.
Nice. I think Kanan enjoys these games more than you and I do. It means he gets to stay up a little bit longer. Now it's an 8-point game. Dire straits for the Royals. You need some magic here. Feldman with a first leg of it. He'll get the rebound. Triple teamed at the boundary. The step back three. That one's no good as well. This one's all but academic now. Foul called inside of 30 seconds left. With the win today, Brebeuf will improve with just one loss in the Circle City Conference. And that means if the Royals beat Guerin next week, I believe that set up a three-way tie.
Yeah, and I'd have to look. I'd have to do a little research on what that tiebreaker is. I know there's one established by the conference, but
okay,
because it would be a weird triangular. Everybody beat everybody else once. So the Royals might know going in that they might need to like hold Guerin to a certain amount of point. I don't know. I'll have to check with Coach Lauk what that tiebreaker is.
Lesnit hits them both. A triple now. No good as well. Shots just can't fall for the Royals late. Nice block there, though. That'll get the crowd excited. It was a nice crowd tonight. The Roncalli community showing up. Of course, the big one this weekend takes place tomorrow. Girls basketball regional championship at Greencastle. As a foul here with a second and a half left. The Braves lead the series. This will be their 33rd win. Roncalli owns 15 in the series. Always a big rivalry. And now Brebeuf wins 2 straight. It'll be the 5th game in a row this season for the Braves. They have improved to 12-6. The Royals now will fall to 12-6 and have lost 2 of their last 3. It's Lesnett. He's in double figures. So was Austin Ford, so was Dylan Logan, and so was Chase Ford. This is a deep team that could make some noise in the postseason.
Coach Glenn talked today about really Guerin is the thorn in their side, right? Guerin's put them out the last 3 years, already beat them once this year. So he definitely has to try and figure out a way to get them to beat Guerin.
Yeah, the Golden Eagles won that one by 9 earlier in the year. This one is over. 60-48 is your final. Well, it was back and forth as we promised for about 3.5 quarters. But the Royals can only score 3 in that 4th quarter, and that is really how it finishes. They just can't get shots to go late.
Yeah, a 14-3 there in the quarter. Obviously a great 3rd quarter by Joe Taylor with 11 points, but they just were not able to get him going and get the ball to him in the 4th quarter. So, you know, Brebeuf, you're always giving something up when you take something away. So Brebeuf was giving up the 3-point shot for the Royals, and they weren't able to capitalize on that.
They only made 1 triple tonight, and that was Will Hegwood early in the game. We'll continue to break this one down. It is the Piazza Produce post-game show. Stick with us with Michael Watts. I'm Nathaniel Finch and our student crew with the Roncalli Media Network. Back in a moment. The Piazza Produce post-game show is next.
Family owned and operated since 1971, O'Reilly Branson Funeral Service and Crematory has been dedicated to serving families with the utmost dignity and compassion. The staff at O'Reilly Branson are experts in pre-planning, cremation, and at-need funeral arrangements, and have a long history of supporting your Roncalli Royals. Your wishes are honored to the finest detail, allowing you to celebrate the life and cherished memories of your loved ones. For more information, visit O'ReillyBranson.com. O'Reilly Branson, where our Catholic family serves your Catholic family.
Did you know 80% of Americans don't floss daily, risking gum disease, bad breath, and even tooth loss? At Skip Cheeseman DDS, we believe your dental health is worth protecting, from routine cleanings and wisdom tooth removal to implants and IV sedation. Dr. Cheeseman and his caring team combine experience with comfort, so you can smile with confidence. Call 317-839-2088 or visit Cheeseman.com today. Skip Cheeseman DDS, caring for smiles, caring for you, and a proud supporter of the Roncalli Royals.
Are you looking for a company that cares about meeting your financial needs? Werner Financial is the place for you. Our owner, Jason Werner, is a proud Roncalli member of the class of 2005 and has extensive knowledge and experience ensuring your investments are customized to fit your goals. The Werner Financial team is one that works for you and will handle your assets with precision and confidence. Our goal is for you to not only feel secure in your finances, but also to see real growth. Visit wernerfinancial.com to set up your meeting today and get started on your financial future.
It's time for the Piazza Produce postgame show on the Roncalli Media Network. Piazza Produce. Freshness you can count on.
With Michael Watts, I'm Nathaniel Finch. The Royals fall tonight by 12 as we hit the Piazza Produce post-game show. Coach, it was back and forth, a really solid game through 3 quarters, but what did you see change in the 4th that didn't allow the Royals to score and they gave up so many points on the other end?
Yeah, just a good job by Brebeuf, having that help side defender behind Joe Taylor to take that away. And what you hope can happen is that you can make a perimeter shot to start making that defender think that they should leave Joe, and then you can also feed it into Joe. So I think just the inability, you know, I'm sure that's a season low of 3-pointers made for Roncalli, only having 1 3-pointer by Will Hegwood in the 1st quarter, that's not his primary strength. So this team usually shoots it a lot better. Those things are complementary, right? Your inside game and your outside game. They just weren't able to make shots against a smaller, quicker Brebeuf team tonight.
So you see that final score of a 12-point loss. but the game was within 3 points with about 1:10 left. It really does come down to if you could have made a couple more of those shots, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, I thought we might see some free basketball even with some overtime. Yeah, the score is not indicative of the game. I used to say when people pick up the newspaper in the morning, they won't know how close of a game it is, but kids these days don't really know what a newspaper is, so you can't say that anymore. But a much closer game than the 12-point final. Disappointing for the Royals, but they still have work to do. They can still get a piece of that title. You know, if they can go up and beat Guerin, then Brebeuf, Guerin, do I have that right? And Brebeuf, Guerin, and Roncalli would all be 2-1, with Chittard being 0-3. So they got some work to do. Got to have a good week. An odd kind of Thursday night game, but they got to recover from this, have a couple good days of practice, and go up north and redeem themselves in conference play.
That's Michael Wantz. I'm Nathaniel Finch. Coach Wantz, it was a pleasure calling these last 2 games with you. Excited for the Guerin game next week. But we are really excited for tomorrow's game. You're going to go watch in attendance with a family. Roncalli girls basketball at Greencastle Regional Championship against Cathedral.
Yeah, just, again, a great year, 23-3, maybe 24-3. A great year for the girls. Coach Sim has done a great job. Senior leadership from that team is great. They've got some good young girls that know their role, and going to be an exciting one there tomorrow out in Greencastle.
We'll continue to break this one down. The head coach of the Royals, Jamin Wernke, will come have a conversation with us soon as well. Nathaniel Finch and Michael Wantz with you on the Roncalli Media Network.
Thinking about buying or selling land? Maybe a hunting paradise, some productive farmland, or a cozy home with some elbow room? Then look no further than Bill and Jay Miner, your Whitetail Properties land specialists. These Roncalli alums know West Central and South Central Indiana like the back of their hands. Don't wait. Call Bill and Jay today at 317-446-9500 or at 317-370-2422. Or visit their agent profiles at whitetailproperties.com.
When it comes to coin laundry, Laundry and Tan Connection stands out as Indiana and Kentucky's biggest and best. With cleaner, more spacious and user-friendly facilities, they lead the way in laundry services. But that's not all. They're also the area's premier tanning salon, offering top-notch tanning facilities at competitive prices and the best hours around. Discover why Laundry and Tan Connection is the top choice for both laundry and tanning by visiting laundryandtan.com today.
Joining us now on the Piazza Produce postgame show is the head coach of the Royals, Jamin Wernke. Coach, you lose by 12 tonight, but it was a 3-point game with over a minute left. This is one that feels like the final score is not indicative of how close and how well fought this one was.
No, the final score is definitely not. Yeah, only scoring 3 points in the fourth quarter isn't going to get it done. We got to find a way to be better there. But at the same time, yeah, pre-fouling there, it was 7-3 in the fourth. So we were playing, good defense. We just couldn't get the ball in the bucket. In the fourth, I go back to that late third quarter too, where we're up 7 with about 15 seconds to go in the third quarter or something, and we end up only up 1 going into the fourth. But I say it all the time, like, this loss stinks, but if it makes us better and if we're cutting down nets at Greenwood, because of this experience, then it'll all be worth it.
You only made 1 3-pointer tonight. Does it feel like if you could just made 1 or 2 more of those, it would have been the difference?
I do think that. I think that this was an intense game. It was a great crowd, big crowd, competitive. A lot of talking out there on the court, both ways, not just them. And I think we were just maybe a little too jacked up. We were playing hard. We killed them in the paint. We're 17 for 25 from 2. But, 1 for 16 from 3 is tough. And again, we have confidence in our shooters. I would say most of them were good shots. We just couldn't get one to fall.
You talk about how well your team played in the paint. That started with Joe Taylor. And
yeah.
we talked pregame how these matchups can be kind of weird for him with the smaller guards kind of double teaming him. How did you feel, especially in that third quarter, that he just dominated?
He did great. Yeah, we found something there with a little middle ball screen where we had Connor kind of on the block and Joe setting a ball screen at the top of the key. Will got a layup. Will made some good decisions there, and Joe played fantastic tonight. He was a beast in the paint. He was rebounding. He was protecting the paint and the rim when we were on defense. So like you said, maybe these games aren't always the best matchups for Joe because they're doubling or they're running some sort of tricky defense where he's the main guy. But he played outstanding tonight.
And that is our Business Art Designs Player of the Game. Coach, thank you for coming up here. Excited to talk to you all game tomorrow in the women's game.
Absolutely. Thank you.
That's Jamin Warnke, the head coach of the Roncalli boys basketball team. Tonight, falling by 12. We'll take a look at these post-game statistics. These are brought to you by Harding Poorman Print and Brand tonight. The big one there, like he said, was the fourth quarter. So the Royals giving up 14 points and only scoring 3 themselves after entering the quarter with that 1-point lead. The final tonight, 60-48. For Roncalli, Joe Taylor's your Business Art Designs Player of the Game with 14 points, 11 of those coming in the third quarter. After that, you had 9 points from both Connor Kessler and Will Hegwood. Luke Feldman gave you 8 points, 4 from Luke Baker, 2 from Mikey Dillon. The final score tonight, 60-48. Our great student crew here with the Roncalli Media Network on camera, Angel and Charlie. And then Alex making his directing debut tonight back in our production truck. He was fantastic, as were the rest of our students. AJ Ablog, the executive producer, as well. Michael Wantz, my analyst all night. I'm Nathaniel Finch. You will hear my voice next. Tomorrow afternoon, 3:40 Eastern Time, the pregame show start on the Roncalli Media Network. This will be an audio-only broadcast. It will not be on YouTube. You have to go to RoncalliMediaNetwork.com. It's also on the Roncalli Athletics page, and you can listen to that or head on out. It is regional championship action. The Roncalli girls basketball team at Greencastle playing against rival Cathedral. Will be a great one. Excited to bring that one with you. Jamin Warnke, my analyst for that. That starts at 3:40 Eastern tomorrow. Next time the Royals boys team in action will be on Tuesday night at home against Cecina. Kevin Bonich will be on the mic with me then. Thank you to our entire crew. Thank you to Michael Wantz, my analyst. I'm Nathaniel Finch saying so long on this great Friday night. Brebeuf with the 12-point win on the Roncalli Media Network.
Since 1988, McGee & Company Fine Jewelers has been Greenwood's trusted, family-owned jeweler, helping you celebrate life's most memorable moments. From bridal sales and insurance appraisals to custom designs and expert repairs, we're a full-service jewelry store. And if you don't see exactly what you're dreaming of, our award-winning designers will create it just for you. McGee & Company Fine Jewelers, built on service, dedicated to quality. Visit us at 880 U.S. Highway 31 North in Greenwood, just across from the Greenwood Park Mall, or online at McGeeJewelers.com.
When looking for reliable HVAC professionals, look no further than Anne and Bartram Heating and Cooling. Whether you need a routine maintenance check or an emergency repair on a heating or cooling unit, Anne and Bartram are available to handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Anne and Bartram strive to be the best, so call them today at 317-889-9574. They even have 24/7 emergency service. Call them today, Anne and Bartram, 317-889-9574.
This broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Roncalli Media Network. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or any other use of this presentation without the express written consent of Roncalli High School is prohibited. Thank you for watching on the Roncalli